Of course, you are being managed by Jim Cornette. When did you find out that Jim Cornette was going to start managing you? And was it always... I've got several questions here. When did you find out Jim Cornette was going to start managing you? Did you always know that the story was that he was going to turn on you? And were you excited to have Jim as a manager?
Well, we first learned of it I think that was the idea once we started, once they put the name on us and they could see that this wasn't getting over the way that they expected. I think they thought it was a way to rekindle Jimmy, like refuel him, put some more gas in his tank. It was portrayed to us that that Jim was going to be coming with us. And so that was why the way we're playing it out, Midnight now turning babyface, us being with Jim, that was that they were going to turn on Jim, and then we would be with Jim and fight back against them. That was the way it was originally portrayed to us. Where we learned that was not going to happen was on those runs up in New York, where I would get my arm broken and Johnny would be, somehow it came out there. I forget if Jim told us, Flair told us, somebody brought it up. In hindsight, it seems almost insane that they would have taken him off of Midnight Express. I don't know if they were waiting to see if maybe something worked, if something clicked with us. But as you're watching it, it's almost like the way Jimmy's playing. It's almost as if we've replaced Stan and Bobby, and he's still playing the same gimmick pretty much, and same type of character. Just a minor change from this side of the fence to that side of the fence. So yeah, it was laid out there again, like with what we mentioned in last week's episode about Bill Goldberg. Surprise, the promoter didn't live up to what they were promising. That was something else. And again, I don't know. I've never heard any story as to whether he legitimately was planning on coming with us and then something changed, or that was the plan all along. I don't know.
Just to end on this, when Jim, and we'll probably do its own episode on the show. I can't remember if it's a pay-per-view or it may be a clash, actually, that the big turn happens. Did you realise that when Jim Cornette turned on you and realigned with the Midnight Express, the original plan was obviously for the Midnight Express and Cornette to be the bad guys going forward, and then when Jim Cornette turned on you guys, he ended up getting cheered vociferously. Were you expecting that?
No. Well, again, wherever that happened, it would have depended on the town, because I was always cognizant of what towns were heel towns, what towns were babyface towns. It just seemed to me that like the way it had been portrayed to us and laid out to us, it now made us look sort of silly and stupid, like that we trusted in this guy and we followed along. But moving forward from that, we assumed that this was going to give us a prolonged run with Midnight, and I was all for that. Anytime you'd be in the ring with those guys, it was phenomenal night off. But we did have a bit of a run with him. I can't recall how long it was, but it wasn't like Rock and Roll Express versus Midnight Express type buildup. It was just, here it is, and there it was.